All right, let's talk about the latest episode of The Boys. Um, so for me, I thought the finale was okay. Um, Last week's episode, episode 7, the penultimate episode was really fantastic. It just really showed you the high stakes that was made for this particular series and what does it mean for Mark and Invincible. That being said, I think this episode can come down into like four components of Nolan, Omni-Man, Debbie, Eve, and Mark. Let me start off with at least Omni-Man Nolan. We see that he's still trying to work his way on redemption, trying to be a person who can be redeemed and change and do better. Again, it's really hard to do when you've murdered innocent people, but he is trying to change. Like that's at least evident in the show. Like he does somewhat experience remorse and guilt and it wants to do better. Then we have Debbie and she broke up with her boyfriend. And I don't know if the show or in the comic books, because I didn't read the comic books, if they're hinting at Debbie coming back to Nolan and Omni-Man. To me, like, you can't get rid of that bond, but I don't think you could truly be with a person like that, especially for all the things he's done. And so now Debbie seems to be warming herself up to Nolan, which I hope they don't get together, but at least now she's leaving Earth to go find Oliver. Um, let's start off with Eve. Um, I know there's going to be a lot of talk about the abortion scene. I mean, that's hard to break down, but you, I get the reasoning why she didn't tell Mark that she was pregnant, but I feel like that whole abortion part of the show really sort of is detracting from all the other parts of the show. But I mean, it's real life. That stuff happens. And then finally we get to Mark and Mark's PTSD. He's gonna have to deal with overcoming this trauma, which he does request, therapy. And what is he gonna do now that Thrag is on Earth and 40 Viltrumites on Earth masquerading as humans? And obviously, he's not gonna, concede. I mean, he said he's gonna like call a truce, but like, you can't do that in the background. So that being said, it was a good episode. It wasn't the best episode, and I feel like the situation between Eve and Mark and the abortion thing really detracts from the show. But it's real life.